Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad you're here at our channel. Tonight's video is going to be all about NIO and the Chinese EV stocks. Are they on the rise, and is it the right time to buy right now? So we're going to also look at Tesla and see how they fare against them as well. Chinese electric vehicle stocks jump while Tesla sits idle for the day. As I go into the article, Chinese electric vehicle stocks ripped on Thursday to extend, in some cases, on strong rally on Wednesday. Well, I knew that they were having some issues because car companies are having a hard time selling EVs, but is it back on the rise? Well, we're going to look at something like NIO reporting 135% year-over-year jump in deliveries. They delivered a lot of cars. I'm looking at companies like Li, rallied 7.8% after the market. BYYD, man, and this is what Tesla's going after is BYYD for the Chinese cars, electric cars. Those are some little itty bitty cars, by the way. Pushed 4% higher, 4.7% higher as it also extended on Wednesday. But we look at Tesla. Tesla made a smart move, I think, in trying to hook up with BYD in the Chinese market, just like Apple did as well. If you can't beat them, join them, sort of, kind of, in regards to that. But I'm looking at BYD, I'm looking at NIO, I'm looking at Li, I'm looking at XPEV, showed a 9% increase as well. So if they're on the rise, there's a domino effect. I'm going to get to that in a second. That's going to go along with this. So let's get into the system and let's take a look at what the VectorVest software says about these. As I look at these, BYYD at the top of the list by VST. So these are automatically sorted by VST. Here's my domino effect. Lithium is on the rise right now. It's one of my 4 commodities, 3.5 commodities that I'm keeping my eyes on. Tesla's sitting right in the middle of the pack, a little bit up today, but look at XPEV, 15.89%, NIO, 6%, Li, 10%. All of these Chinese EV companies are really kicking butt and taking names right now. But long term, or right now, do I want to jump on board? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So I'm going to use another great layout called the Star Search layout in our graphing package. And what I like about these is I want to look to see which stocks have momentum. Wow, boy, look at that. So when I look at the Star Search, it's 2 Bollinger Bands that create 3 lanes, just like you have on a highway. We've got the fast lane, the middle lane, and the slow lane. And what you want to try to do is get into these stocks when they're in the fast lane, and to manage the trades when they close into the middle lane, take half off. Take half off. And when it gets and closes in the slow lane, you should be totally out of the position. What I like about this with the Bollinger Bands, they pinched, they broke, and look at that. BYYD is definitely in the fast lane. Both of the DPOs are definitely moving higher as well. Lithium, see, this is what I'm talking about. Lithium is on the rise and now just getting into the fast lane. After the pinch, though, it did break to the downside. But look at this, from the slow lane to the middle lane, now closing in the fast lane. Both DPOs are moving higher. Tesla, on the other hand, broke through. What is it doing? It's falling, and it's sitting on the line just between the fast lane and the slow lane. What else? Wow, XPEV. Nice little pinch right there. Broke, now in the fast lane. Both DPOs are moving up. Look at that. NIO, a lot of buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom of the candle, but it could be some semblance of a hanging man. But I do like that both DPOs are moving up, and it is in the fast lane right now. And the last one is Li. Well, unlike the other 2, like XPEV and NIO, Li is not there yet, but definitely on the rise. If the industry is on the rise, the cars are, the other companies are rising, it should pull Li up. But if I'm looking at this list, I like Lithium, I like NIO, and I like XPEV. But if you're in them and they start to fall out of the fast lane into the middle lane, you take half off. And once it closes in the slow lane, you take the other half off. Folks, this was a down and dirty video on these cars that are starting to move again. And I now walked you through how to look at them, what to look for, and how to manage the trades. Folks, if you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like button. If this was useful to you and you're interested in now picking up some of these shares, type the word useful. I love hearing that. And if not, you don't have to type anything. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya. Hey, VV Nation, Glenn here. I want to invite you to our next International User Group Forum, which takes place Saturday, May 4th, 2024. It's going to start at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. What are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about the urgent global market review presented by Rick Franklin, the Canadian consultant. And number two, your keynote speaker will be yours truly. And I'm going to talk about 3 simple approaches to cherry picking stocks that are on the move. Folks, you need to come out. It's one of our most widely visited live streams that we have, and we have a lot of fun, but there's a lot of stuff to cover globally. You don't want to miss that. Hope to see you there.
Yeah.